Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing another DC Universe Classic review, and that's of the Wave 7 figure, Aquaman. Take a look at this bad boy right here. Now, I'm not going to do a character bio for Aquaman, because I already did a character bio for Aquaman in my Series 2 Aquaman figure review. So if you really want a character bio that badly, I suggest you go watch my Wave 2 Aquaman video. However, what do you really need to know about Aquaman? King of Atlantis, ruler of the ocean, the fucking man, and he gets all the women. He's Aquaman. What do you need to know? So with that said, we're just going to go into the figure itself. Now, if you remember anything from my Wave 2 Aquaman review, and it was more like a merit proposal than a review. Why? Because that was an amazing figure. Amazing! I brought it out just for a comparison. I am in love with this figure. Take a look at it. Just take a look at it. I mean, this figure is absolutely beautiful. The best Aquaman figure that I have seen thus far, and the best DC Universe Classic figure out there. This is absolutely stunning, and I would be married to it right now if it wasn't an inanimate object. Sorry, Aquaman, but you're not real. But still, you are beautiful. With that said, when I heard that they were going to do an Aquaman Wave 7 way back in the day, I said, go right ahead. By all means, that figure was absolutely amazing. You can't go wrong. And I was kind of hoping they would do the Gladiator Aquaman, or the Aquaman that's currently out now, you know, with longer hair, and he's not really Arthur Curry, but he's just a different Aquaman. No, we didn't get those. Instead, we got this Aquaman, which isn't necessarily good, not necessarily bad, just a different Aquaman. Now, this Aquaman suit was seen in one of the 80s Aquaman runs, and it wasn't one of the more popular Aquaman runs, but for some reason, Mattel has brought it out. Whether it's because it's absolutely an obscure, like, costume and color scheme to use, or it's because Mattel is lazy and they just don't feel like making a new mold, who knows. Probably because they don't feel like making a new mold, but whatever, it's Mattel. You're not trying to figure out Mattel, you're just trying to buy this stuff. Aquaman's color scheme on this suit is a black, white, dark blue, and a light blue. And on a whole, the color scheme works out pretty well, with a wave-like motif. However, there are a few disadvantages to this body. One is that if you move the biceps or the quadriceps or the waist in any position, it interrupts the actual pattern on the suit. So it kind of looks a little odd and weird and not right. So that's kind of a disadvantage. That and that if you look at certain areas, the colors kind of mix around with each other where they should not mix. It's mainly with the joints and the bolts. Look right here on this hinge joint. Yeah, that's light blue with a dark blue around it. It clearly shows that it's a joint and a torque, and it just doesn't blend in that well. Look at the bolt right here in the elbow. You probably can't see that, but that's a light blue with a dark blue on the arm. It just doesn't come out that well. I mean, Mattel, I thought you guys were above this. I mean, sure, you make mistakes every once in a while, even a little quality control issues, but seriously, you should have seen that. You really should have. But despite all that, the color scheme is quite beautiful. It just doesn't have much to it, because the body mold is the mold that they use from other superhero figures, such as Superman, Batman, Captain Atom, and the list goes on. Trust me, the list goes on. But it's a mold that's been used multiple times, so the mold itself has nothing really much to it, which does bother me quite a bit. Now, he does come one accessory, and that would be his trident right here. This is the exact same trident from the Series 2 Aquaman. And I mean exact. No color scheme difference, nothing different about it. It's still an absolutely beautiful accessory. However, it's the same one. So, be careful when taking it out of the package. It can bend very easily. As you can see, mine is bent. I kind of have to bend it back into place. So, just be careful. Now, coming down to Aquaman's head, it's the exact same head mold as the one we had from Wave 2, Series 2 Aquaman. Now, that head mold was absolutely beautiful, but they did changes to this head mold that make it different. Now, it's mostly color changes. For example, the skin tone is a lot lighter, the hair is a lot more of a dirty blonde than a regular blonde, the eyes are painted different, and the eyebrows are painted different. These are subtle differences, but enough to make it stand out and make you think that it's a different mold. It's not a different mold, it's the same mold, it just looks different. And the head doesn't really blend down well with the neck. It just doesn't blend at all. Although I love the head mold, it's the same head mold. I would have liked to see something, I don't know, different. So, with that said, let's just do a quick comparison. Him without his trident. Clearly we know which is the better Aquaman figure. This one. You know, my fiance, Aquaman. He's the man, right here. This figure is awesome. This figure, not so much. Now, I'm not saying this is a bad figure, but it really doesn't have anything that make it stand out. It's a reused mold for the body and a reused head with a different color scheme. Now, let's just take Blue Beetle, for example. He has a different head and some accessories in a different color scheme, despite the fact he's reusing the Nightwing mold. Now, it's enough to make him stand out and become his own figure. There's not enough here to make this Aquaman stand out and become his own figure. Sure, it has a new color scheme, same body mold, same head mold, even the same bloody accessories. They could have at least did it a different color, but whatever. So on a whole, this figure, it's good, but there's problems I have with it. It's just not original. So, would I recommend picking it up? If you're a completist and you want to get Atom Smasher, then yes. However, if you're not a completist and you're just looking for good toys, I would, probably not get this and get probably 5 of these, because you can't go wrong with this figure. This figure is just meh. I have my problems with it. Mostly my problem is just the fact that it just doesn't stand out. It's just the same freaking pieces over and over again. And that's one of the small gripes that I have with Mattel. One of the small, because other than that, this stuff is amazing. It's just some of the stuff they keep on using same body parts and stuff. It gets boring after a while. I mean, look at Wave 1. It had like several different body molds. But now we're getting the same body molds over and over again. So, who knows? Hopefully Mattel switches it up. But that's like my only complaint with Mattel. So, on a whole, this Aquaman figure, messa. I would recommend avoiding it unless you want to get the Build-A-Figure. So with that said, this is Andrew saying, peace out for now.